Welcome to the 422 Business Advisors Show. I am your host, Patty Siegel, and Advertising Director of the Business Advisor publication, which serves business owners and key decision makers in Montgomery, Chester, and Berks County since 1996. Today I am here with Jeffrey Jackson, and Jeffrey has the Jeffrey Jackson Enterprises, and we're going to talk about the enterprises today and party redo. Welcome, Jeff. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And thanks for inviting me to the show.
Thank you, and I'm glad to have you here today. Can you just tell me a little bit about your business, describe the range of services that you offer here?
Sure, I can. Jeffrey Jackson Enterprises is an event management company and an event resourcing company. A lot of what we do is working with individuals that can be like yourselves. We work with brides. We work with businesses to do event marketing. And so the range of services that we provide is anywhere from the planning of the event to the execution of the event, anywhere from the rentals that you might need to put on the event, from the floor up to the tabletop and beyond, delivery and setup. So we try to cover the full gamut of the services that are needed to put on an event, from the very planning to the execution. And during that time, we bring in a number of resource professionals to do things from cooking, to do things like entertainment, DJs, musicians, and that sort of thing, or speakers. And so we bring those kinds of resources to bear as well. It just depends on what the customer or client needs.
Okay, so the client gets involved, I'm assuming,
Yes.
in choosing which type of music and which type of cook,
Exactly.
which type of tabletop they would like, etc.
We consult with them though, but let's say that there's a bride and she wants Southern Italian. I mean, really like Southern USA and really like Northern Italian as in Italy. We'll bring together a team of people who can put that menu together and consult with her so that at the end of the day, she gets exactly the menus that she wants. And we resource that team to deliver that menu.
Okay, excellent. Now, what inspired you to get into this business? It sounds like a really fun business.
Well, every day is a party at the Party Redo Showcase, so it is a party. And it was a party that really got me crystallized to do the business again. I had done something similar in Texas a few years ago, but it was the 40th birthday of my current wife that really reignited the energy around this sort of business, although I had some different concepts this time. And the second thing was my daughter. She was looking for a job and a career path. So I thought in terms of her about this business as well.
Very nice, very nice. How long have you been here?
By
the way, we are in Pottstown, right near High in Hanover.
Yes.
So for those of you that would like to know where we're located.
I opened the doors at this location in November of 2011.
Okay, excellent.
Towards the end of that year.
Nice.
And before then, we acquired the space and we started to do some build outs and things of that nature to be able to get to that point.
Okay. Now, this is kind of a question, I don't know how you're going to answer this, but do you have a typical client that you would use or that would be a good referral for you? Or what's a typical client like? Or is it just any type of client's a good client?
So far, my typical client is an individual who has a particular celebration in mind. We're sitting at a table that would be illustrative of a wedding. And so some of my typical clients are brides.
Sure.
I meet them either at the bridal show or they hear of us by word of mouth or on the website, what have you. But they come to us saying, we're getting married.
Right.
And we need some help to make that production happen. And from that point on, it's a question of what role they want us to play. Do they want us to be there from day one throughout the entire event, helping to put on the production I call their wedding? Or do they just need us as a resource company? Jeffrey, all I need is some tables, some chairs, and maybe some linen. Or I need some china, dishware, and what have you. It just depends on how far they want us to go with them.
Okay.
But we offer an integrated service to them to help them go from wherever they want us to get involved to the end. Now, our hope is also that that bride will take us to work. So after we've done the wedding and they're now getting back to work, there might be an event marketing need that the company has or some other event that they do, the customer celebration. Having been familiar with us, they can take us there and we can help them put on that kind of event as well.
Very nice, very nice. So it sounds like you get some repeat business.
Yes, I'd like to think that once they've come in the door, as let's say a bride again, once they're married, now they're newlywed, the anniversaries start to come, and then perhaps the baby showers start to come, and
Right.
then other celebrations of family start to
Right.
come. So once we have them as a client, my hope is that we continue with them along the way. But it could be a business person. We have one client who's a hairdresser, and what she does is she brings her clients into her shop and some of her trade into her shop, and she teaches courses there. And so we help her to put on the event that she wants to bring those clients or those trade professionals into her shop.
Okay, great. And I know we're just coming off of graduation.
Graduation season is upon us.
Yeah, it's right upon us.
Yes.
So do you do graduation parties as well?
Yes, we do. We do. For someone who wants to throw a graduation party, let's say in their backyard, we can help them with that, providing tables and chairs, and we've even provided tents for people who want to do that and to get away from the elements of the weather. And then we can do also the parties where the kids are, say, going off to college, right? The bon voyage, hey, we'll see you later. We can
Right.
do those kinds of parties as well with them and help
We
them
know
plan
it's
them.
all about kids today, right?
It is, it is.
And planning parties. So tell me a little bit about what makes you different from competition. Like, let's say I was going to go to a country club to
Yep.
do my theme wedding.
Right.
How would this be different? We're looking at cost and things like that versus going to a particular venue and asking them to do everything for me.
Okay. If you're going to a country club, and it depends on the club, many of them might have some in-house services. For example, they may have exclusives on who they can allow as a caterer. But there are a number of things you will find miraculously that country clubs don't provide. They may not have a broad selection of linen. They may not have a broad selection of china patterns and what have you. They certainly may not have their own in-house band, right?
Yeah.
Or speaker or wedding singer or professionals of that nature. And so what makes us different is that if you come to us and you already have your venue chosen, and you also understand the restrictions around that venue, we then work to say, okay, what is it that they are not offering that you still need to make the production call your wedding happen to the extent that you want it? And so that is where we begin, and we begin to resource whatever's missing in that picture that the country club may offer. It could be, as I said, tabletop stuff. We may need a referral in terms of a wedding singer or DJ or band or musician. She may want harp music happening during this
Right.
event. And then we go from there. And the fact that we are different in the sense that we can bring those resources to bear. In this case, the Party Redo Showcase, which is where we are now, we actually house the resources here, tables and chairs and things of that
Nice.
nature. But we have relationships that we have built and are continuing to build. I have built and are continuing to build relationships with caterers. So I have a list of people that I can pull on. It's our house list, but we work together either as vendors or partners or what have you to get what the bride needs done, accomplished.
Okay, very
Right.
nice.
And that allows us to do some special things.
Yeah, it sounds that way. It sounds like that this is more specialized is what
Yes,
I'm hearing.
Yes. For example, there's one table here where a bride came in and she had a swatch. She says, I need sashes that match this color, right? And I can't find them anywhere.
And I'm sure you hear a lot of that too.
Yeah. We actually found a way to get it made for her.
Right.
So
very
she had
nice.
exactly
Yeah.
what she wants. And today's brides, they want exactly what they want.
And that's a happy customer.
And that's a happy
Now,
customer.
what is your lead time? Like, let's say I'm coming to you and I'm a wedding. I guess a wedding's going to be a lot different than, say, a high school grad party.
Right.
But what is your typical lead time that you need in order to put, a fabulous party together?
All right. I like to think in terms of being inside of a 100-day window. If it's going to be fabulous and you're really planning it, chances are you're putting together at least 100 days out, developing the list, developing the venue, and things of that nature. But in the special cases of a bride, we may be out a year to 14 months, right? And in
Yes.
some cases, we may be out 30 to 40 days. We've had cases where a bride is getting married and they're waiting to the last minute to try to pull everything together. And they come in to the shop and they basically walk out with the wedding decor that day. The next day or two, the wedding happens. And we like that kind of ability because not everyone can be to expedite things as quickly as that, but we're of a scale and a location where we've been able to serve some of our clients that way. But if typically it's a bride, it may be as much as a year out,
Yep.
no less than about 6 months out. But if it's the last minute, I'm doing it myself, and oops, I forgot something, I need something, it could be 30 days out.
Okay. I have to say I planned my entire wedding in 3 days.
There you go.
And I didn't, and it went really well.
Yeah, yeah. It all depends on.
So it depends on the person.
It does.
Some people are very particular and want a lot of hands-on, and some people say, you do it.
Right.
Here's what I want. Here's my theme.
Corporate client may say, we're going to do several events during a year. And so we're going to do a store opening one every 30, 40 days. And so they'll go out for bid,
Right.
and we may be involved with the bidding process. If we should win that bid, we may be executing an event for them every 30 days.
Very nice.
But they
Okay.
do that, several months in advance.
Okay. So how much of your business is corporate versus parties, like families and whatnot, and weddings and
I would say
the like?
right now it looks to be more like 80-20.
Okay. Corporate,
Uh,
80?
20 corporate,
20 corporate.
80 public,
Okay.
individual.
Nice. Nice. Now, I know you do a little work with some nonprofits as well.
Yes, I kind of throw them into the corporate arena, but we work with nonprofits, some of which come to us because they're putting on their 10th anniversary, and they've been doing this for 10 years. And they want us to help plan that event for them or to resource that event for them. But just recently also, we are working with some nonprofits who come to us and say, we'd like to put on a fundraiser. Can you help me?
Sure.
And from that point on, we help them to design, to create, if you would, that fundraiser. And then we will stay with them until they get their first sale. And then we will be there to help them do the execution of that event,
Okay.
complete tables and chairs and whatever else they might need, caterers, musicians, and so forth.
Nice. Very nice. So we're running out of time here. Jeff, can you give us your website, phone number, and all that good stuff for
Absolutely.
Jeffrey Jackson Enterprises?
Absolutely.
Party Redo?
Whether you're a customer looking for an event itself, we're located at the corner of High Street and Hanover, right adjacent to Argento's Pizza. The address is 205 East High Street here in Pottstown. And you can reach us by phone at 484-948-3280, or call me directly, 484-949-4160. Find us on the web. That could be at www.thepartyredo, and the spelling is R-E-D-U-X, thepartyredo.com.
And just wanted to end things today with thank you for watching the 422 Business Advisor show. If you too would like a video, feel free to call me, Patty Siegel. I can help you out with advertising packages, digital links, videos, cover stories, and the like. I'm at 610-323-6253. Thank you very much, and thank you so much, Jeff.
And we are a user, by the way, and thank you so much for the service you provide.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure. Welcome to the 422 Business Advisor Show. I'm your host, Patty Siegel, and Advertising Director of the 422 Business Advisor. And today we're here at Clark's Industrial Supply with Dave Clark here at 301 West High Street in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Welcome, Dave. How are
Hello.
you today?
How are you, Patty?
Thanks for joining us. So, Dave, you're in the hose and fitting service provider. Can you tell us a little bit about the products and services that you offer?
Yes, we do everything pretty much in anything you see out there in hose and fittings, from air hose to hydraulic to gas delivery hose, flower delivery, pretty much any style hose you have. We stock it here on site, make up to your order with your ends.
Great, great. Now, do you have a typical client? I see that you do manufacturers, industrial, you do boating, people who drive race cars. Do you have a typical client, or is it very diverse for you?
We're very diverse. We do a lot of street rod race cars with race fittings, race hose. We do a lot of hydraulics for machinery and manufacturing as well as on quarry equipment, excavators, that kind of stuff, down to garages. I mean, we even do garden hose that homeowners have.
Great, okay. Do you do the little ones that they kind of ravel up like a
No,
snake?
we don't do them.
Okay. Not heavy duty enough probably, right?
Well, they're pretty much
Walmart material.
yeah, they're not something you really want to sell.
Yes. So you all started back in the 70s, is that correct? Your dad
My dad started
the
in
business?
the 70s and started officially in 71 on his own. We've grown over the years. I bought the business out from my dad in the early 90s, and we've grown from there.
Okay.
We've changed locations a couple times, and we finally got to where we are here at 301
Oh, good, okay.
and have everything in-house under one roof.
Nice. Did you start out of a garage, or how did you start?
My dad started out in a 2-car garage, and then we moved to a 4-car garage, and we had more things at home than we had in the garage.
Nice.
So it was sort of tough. We didn't really have a decent showroom area. We have a nice showroom area. We do a lot of different things. We have a full tool line that complements the hose and fittings, as well as a lot of other products. We do hydraulic oils, antifreeze, and that kind of stuff.
So when a client comes in and they need something, is it usually in stock here? How does that work?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they come, they're driving, coming sometimes as far as Allentown, down in out of Philadelphia. They've tried other people, and they get here, and we can get them done, get them back on the road, get their
Right.
equipment running, or whatever the need is.
It's all about service, right?
It's service and having inventory.
Yeah.
We have a fair amount of inventory that we can work with and get the job done. We assemble everything here, right on site.
Right. I know you have a very good reputation, which is nice because that's
Yes.
why you get a lot of repeat
Well, we try and,
clients.
right. We try and we're very conscious of that. We try and make sure we service our people and get them done. I mean, when they have a need, they need to get back working and up and running.
Sure, sure. Yeah. So I know you said you go down to Delaware. What regions do you serve? Is it a large area?
We
or are you
cover
in
parts of Jersey, all of eastern Pennsylvania out to about Harrisburg. We get down into Delaware a little bit of Maryland,
Okay.
but that's getting reached out pretty far.
Right, right. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about your on-site services and your express hose van?
Yes, we have a 1-ton service truck, utility body on it, and then we have a van enclosed, has a mounted crimper, welder. We carry up to 1.25 inch wire, 4-wire hose. We can go out on site, take the hose off, make it, put it back on, and get the machine running. Or we can go into a facility of manufacturing and work with some of their people, taking hoses off, putting them back on, and getting them back up and running.
Nice, nice.
So it's a nice service we offer. A lot of people like it.
Yep. Good, good. Now, what would you say, Dave, would set you apart from your competition? Or do you have no competition?
We have a lot of competition. The biggest thing is we have the Air-Equip hose and fittings and performance fittings.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good line. We have a lot of good quality lines, Goodyear industrial hose, Thermoid industrial hose. So when you put out a good product, a reliable product, and you have the inventory to get the hose assembled and done for the customer, that seems to really please them.
Sure, sure, absolutely. It's all about service, getting them in, getting them out. Tell us a little bit about your employees. Do they have to have training when they come in here?
Our employees are very, very well trained, very well versed in hose and fittings. They go out to Air-Equip school. We do a lot of training here with the new younger fellas. Teach them, about the fittings, how to use what hoses get used in what applications. Some are just a 1-wire hose, some are 2-wire, some are 4-wire, some are high temp. So we have quite a range of, to fit the customer's needs.
Right, and they have to have a strong interest in this first, obviously. So then, yeah,
Yeah, you need to, you have to, as any job, you need to have some interest in
Right.
it. But one of the things here is, we got to really train our people, especially at the counter, because they need to figure out what the hose is and what to go and give the customer, so that they get the best value out of the hose for their money.
Sure.
And that's very important.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's all about value and people. Speaking of that, do you do any coupons or any online services that you provide, or coupons?
We do some online advertising, as far as some specials and stuff like that. Like I say, most of our stuff is all custom made, custom order,
Right.
to fit the customer. We do have like oil eater soaps. We run them on specials. We have rags and different torque towels that the mechanics or different people like. And we run specials on that kind of stuff. We do gauges. We have, stainless steel filled gauges. So we're pretty well rounded out in hose and fittings and things
Good.
that they're needing to get their machines back up and running.
Right. Okay, good. I know that you're a member of the Tri-County Chamber of Commerce. Do you tell us a little bit about your involvement with Tri-County? Are you a member of any other organizations as well?
Well, we go and help, locally. We try and look locally with, the sports. I mean, the Tri-County, introduces, you to other people, as well
Sure.
as, your local community, as far as what they do. We don't do, like I said before, we do some garden hose and some air hose that, a homeowner may go and buy, but other than that, most of our stuff is, 4,000 or 5,000, 10,000 PSI. So it's sort of specialized.
Yep.
But the chamber, gets you some exposure. It's a good group. They do a lot for the community,
Yes, yeah, they do.
more than people really realize. And it's mostly all business people. And small business is really what pushes the economy along, as well as, what makes life better for the borough and the community.
Right. Do you have any advice for any business owners who are watching the show, being a business owner?
Not really. It's a tough thing. I mean, everybody needs to work together. Try and stick together and work together as far as manufacturing. Look where your products are coming from. The biggest story is having quality products
Sure.
to go and turn out to the public.
Right, right. Now, what would you tell your potential customers out there if you're trying to, somebody new that hasn't been into Clark's Industrial? What would you like to say to them?
Well, to our new and to our existing customers, we appreciate the business. We appreciate the opportunity to serve you. We try and, if you're not happy with something that we've done, we want to know about it. We try and please everybody. We try and assemble the product to your needs and cater it to it. Make sure that the product's going to do the job that you're expecting it to do. We value our customers greatly. We try and we bend over backwards to make sure that they have what they need. If they have something that's odd, we try and find it and get it done for them to help the pain go away.
That's great. That's what it's all about, right? Can you give us your phone number and your website for viewers that are watching, Dave?
Yeah, our phone number is 610-705-3333. Our fax is 610-705-4949. Our website is clarkindustrialsupply.com.
Thank you so much for being with us today. I appreciate it. It was very nice hearing from you and learning a little bit more about what you do. And thank you all for watching.